Alright, give me big eyes, come on. What is this? I need more. What's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking about photography, and contrary to my introductory scene, it is actually much harder than it looks. Since entering the field of making YouTube videos, I have decided to hang out with photographers, seeing as we have quite a common interest, namely cameras. But there is something that I've noticed. Whenever I'm hanging out with photographers and I ask them how their work is going, I seem to get a very similar response from most of the photographers that I speak to, and that is that nowadays there is a much greater demand for portrait, modeling and family photography, which is great for business. The problem lies in the fact that a lot of people don't actually do their research about what photography can often entail and what the photographer needs to go through in order to get really great quality photos for the customers. And in this video I'll be talking about some of the most common demands that are made and why photographers just simply cannot meet some of these, for very good reason. So, can I have the reject photos? The reject photos. I think this is probably one of the most common questions that photographers will receive. There is a good reason why photographers are unwilling to give clients the reject photos. In every photo shoot, there will be dud photos. Photos that just didn't turn out so well. So if I were to go ahead and say give out these not so great photos, you would A, not be very pleased with them, and B, if other people saw that these photos came from me, it could ruin my brand. It would be a bit like reading all the Harry Potter books without any editing, with all the loopholes still in there, with nothing properly finished. It wouldn't be the same thing, and you would be worse off for it. If you shoot for me, I'll promote you. Okay, calm down, Kanye. No, like seriously, I've heard a lot of people do this, some of whom have only got like 350 friends on Facebook. Promote you. Listen, that offer would be tempting if you had a sizable fan base, but in my honest opinion, if you've got less than 10,000 followers, no. Being a photographer just, it seems so easy. Oh really? Easy? Huh. You know what, actually? Looks like you don't need me anymore. I should just go ahead and just leave my equipment here. You can take all the photos yourself and send all the photos to yourself and do all the editing. Make sure that all the lighting is good because, you know, you obviously have a lot of experience in that regard, and I'll see you later. Just don't damage any of my really expensive stuff because, you know, you would need to pay for that. You don't mind if my friend joins you, right? He's a photographer too. Yeah, no. And there's a very, very good reason for this. The last thing you want to do is to have your hired photographer have to compete for your attention so that they can get good photos of you. You must have a great camera. This one really gets me because I have seen some amateurs with better cameras than some pros, and the pros still take better pictures. It's actually about the skill of the photographer. You know, we've been friends for a long time. Could you maybe do this for free? There is just so much wrong with asking your friend to take photos for free. Your friend, who's a photographer, has worked quite hard in developing the skills and getting the equipment needed to actually become a photographer. I strongly suggest becoming a supporter of your friends and actually paying them for their services. Photography is not easy, and they still need to go ahead and edit all the photos, set everything up, scout ahead, and they need to also consult with you and figure out what kind of shots they need to do. They need to make sure that all the equipment is ready the night before, and there's a whole array of other things you need to do. The price is quite high. Can't you just do it for the exposure? Exposure. The currency that everyone tries to throw and bargain a photographer with. Guys, exposure does not work. It's as enticing as Monopoly money. If you're trying to get a professional photographer with some serious skills, you can't bargain with exposure. I mean, think about it. Exposure doesn't pay the bills. There is one other point I would really like to make. Because there is a growing number of photographers, clients will often try to undercut professional photographers by going for a cheaper photographer, one who has just a little bit less experience or just offers a better package. For a really special event, hiring an amateur photographer over a professional photographer, I would not recommend it. It's a bit like having your 30th wedding anniversary and deciding you will take your wife out to a luxurious but expensive restaurant. But then suddenly deciding that, you know what, you can get the job done by just going to a fast food franchise. Now how do you think that's going to turn out? Exactly. Alright guys, so that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.